Coming in at number 10, we have Tom Felton. Tom Felton is an award-winning actor that is known best for his role in Harry Potter. While Tom has made some dramatic changes since he was everyone's favorite sneaky Slytherin student, while the star started off as a heartthrob child that stole our hearts with his beautiful blue eyes and white blonde hair, by 2018 when he made an appearance on Good Morning Britain to promote his YouTube series Origin, he would look nothing like the clean-cut child star that once taunted Harry Potter while portraying his Slytherin nemesis. While the star has been sporting long hair tied in a man bun and glasses, a lot of Harry Potter fans would come for Tom and say that he definitely didn't grow up to be the heartthrob we all thought he would be. However, coming into 2023, Tom will once again be unrecognizable, as lately the actor has been looking pretty spicy again. While Tom has definitely struggled to stay on top of the industry since starring in Harry Potter, in 2022 he had the chance to play a bad guy once more, and this time it was for the notorious criminal Guy Fawkes. He looked completely unrecognizable in the theater show, and as we watched Tom grow over the last couple of years, he's definitely become the heartthrob we all thought he would be, and you can't deny that. Coming in number 9, Khloe Kardashian. So Khloe Kardashian has recently been receiving backlash for her ever-changing look, as fans believe that she lost too much weight, and they also think she's gone way too overboard with cosmetic procedures. While the star has been stunning rocking a sporty long blonde wavy hair, it has us all wondering if it's Khloe or has she been replaced by a double. While Khloe has stated that she lost all her weight following a low-carb diet that her nutritionist gave her, the plan has caused her to lose over 60 pounds. And while many people believe Khloe looks fabulous with her new look, as she does, many fans are also concerned that she's getting too skinny after she shared a workout mirror selfie, with one fan writing, "Her revenge body phases are always so hard, as she goes too hard in my eyes to say, look what you're missing out, you idiot." When in reality, I just want to see her happy with herself. It seems she works on herself in ways that make her life better. Other fans have said, nah, that's not Khloe. While Khloe has had plastic surgery in the past, she continues to lose a huge amount of weight, and by 2023, Khloe could look completely unrecognizable when it comes to the rest of her family. Hey Peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming in number 8, we have Renee Zellweger. She was once America's sweetheart after she stole our hearts and made us realize all of our love lives weren't great with her adorable performance in Bridget Jones's Diary. I mean, how could you not love her pouty lips, bedroom eyes, and prominent cheeks? Renee was not only physically attractive, but she was also a very talented actress. In fact, she even won an Academy Award for her performance in Cold Mountain. While Renee has enjoyed a very prominent career in Hollywood with amazing supporting and lead roles in hit blockbusters, she's never really left the spotlight, but the lights have shined dimmer on her as time has gone by, and now we can't help but wonder, could it have anything to do with her looks? Today, Renee looks completely unrecognizable at Hollywood events, as her face now looks completely different, to the point it makes us wonder, is this really Renee or is it somebody else? I guess none of us have seen Renee in a while, and when we suddenly saw an older version of the person we used to know, many were quick to claim that the changes were from plastic surgery, but others just simply acknowledged the star has aged and we just didn't notice. Number 7, Meg Ryan. Before her plastic surgery, Meg Ryan was an American sweetheart that was known throughout the world for her roles in popular movies such as Sleepless in Seattle, Top Gun, You've Got Mail, and City of Angels. Entering in 2023, unfortunately, many people are still asking what happened to Meg Ryan, as the Hollywood star has since become unrecognizable after undergoing terrible plastic surgeries. While Meg's life has been full of controversies, her most recent and enduring controversy has everything to do with her messy plastic surgery result, which has been responsible for her changing appearance over the past few years. While the Hollywood actress still tries to claim that she had no work done, she isn't fooling any of us. While doctors have also insisted that the star has had too much Botox done on her face, the procedures include Botox and fillers, and it's resulted in the disaster we see today. While it's clear her appearance was surgically achieved, as she looked good before she had any work done, doctors have also pointed out that she had some sort of nose job done to the tip of her nose that looks a little pinched on top. It's also said that she had way too much Botox injected into her forehead, and she she's even added too much volume to her lips. Today, Meg Ryan has this unnatural look on her face caused by unusual full cheeks and small squinting eyes. Number 6. Priscilla Presley. From the bride of rock and roll legend to Leslie Nielsen's partner in comedy escapades, Priscilla Presley has undergone innumerable changes since the cat eye days of the 1960s. Although she was once defined as being one half of a superstar it couple, Presley has proven that she is indeed and will always be a powerhouse in her own way. While Priscilla has donned everything from Lana Del Rey exquisite drips to gothic garbs, it seems like soon she might just be immortalized. While the star has had multiple plastic surgeries to look how she looks today, unlike other people her age, Priscilla has managed to keep a wrinkle-free face. Now, Priscilla has always had this natural beauty to her, and when Elvis met her, she was only 14 and she had this dove-like beauty, and the world-famous singer was actually acting awkward and embarrassed in front of her. Decades later, Priscilla has lost that dove-like beauty, and now her face just looks so stiff as if she can't even move it. While her publicist has disclosed that she did have botched plastic surgery, fans have come out to say that her face now looks like a mask, and what happened to her is just so sad. While many celebrities have had plastic surgery, what makes Priscilla so disconcerting is how she looks completely unrecognizable entering into 2023. Number 5. Joe Jonas. You think being one of the best looking men in Hollywood, Joe Jonas would have never done anything to his face, but then think again, as the star has had help from injectables over the years to help combat signs of getting older. As he once told people, we're all getting older, and part of it is being comfortable in our own skin. Around this time, Joe was also becoming a brand partner for Exomin, which is an anti-wrinkle injectable that temporarily improves the appearance of frown lines using a double filtered formula. Joe would also go on to admit he not only uses this treatment for his frown lines, but he also uses it to smooth out a scar he has between his eyebrows, before noting that his procedure has never been over the top and that he kept things pretty light so you couldn't really tell that he has had work done. Joe actually only chose to come out about his cosmetic treatments so he can encourage other men to feel comfortable doing the same thing, as he doesn't find it such a big deal, and he would also state that we should all feel confident about how we look. Number 4. Courtney Cox. At one point in time, we all noticed that there was just something different about Courtney Cox, and while a lot of people just couldn't wrap their finger around it and what was different with her, some of the star's fans then started to accuse the star of having work done. While Courtney was silent for years about her cosmetic procedures, in 2017 she would finally admit to having cosmetic surgeries when she said, "I've had all my fillers dissolved. I'm as natural as I can be. I feel better because I look myself. I think that I now look like the person that I was. I hope I do. Things are going to change. Everything's going to drop. I was trying to make it not drop, but that made my face look fake. You need movement in your face, especially if you have thin skin like I do. Those aren't wrinkles, they're smile lines. I've had to learn how to embrace movement and realize that fillers are not my friend, but honestly, fillers seem to be no one's friend. So it's surprising to see so many celebrities entering into the trend to get them." Number 3. Marc Jacobs. Back in 2021, Marc Jacobs would cause quite the public stir on Instagram after he uploaded a selfie of himself post-operation that showcased his head wrapped in bandages. The celebrity would then open up about his $50,000 facelift and his decision to publicly reveal he had gone under surgery, while saying there was no shame in being vain. The designer has been sharing candid photos of his post-operative recovery on his personal Instagram account since. The celebrity plastic surgeon Andrew Giacono performed his deep plane facelift on July 20th, 2021. Marc would then open up about his procedure with Vogue when he told the media outlet, "I've got some scars around my ears and my face is swollen. I have a bruised neck. I'm still posting on Instagram. I don't care. I don't even see it as an effort to be transparent. I'm doing what I normally do, which is living my life and sharing it with anybody who is interested." Marc would then point out that he's been pretty honest about his changing appearance for decades, and he'll continue to do so as he gets more procedures done. Number 2. Tori Spelling. Spelling. Back in 2021, Tori Spelling would address her expired and recalled chest implants when the actress posted a photo of herself at a plastic surgeon's office that year on November 19th. In the caption of the photo, she would say, "After needing to for many years, I'm finally addressing my expired and recalled implants. Thanks for squeezing me in, Dr. Plastic Surgery. Great consult. I adore you already." Beforehand, Tori had already previously shared that her implants had expired during an October episode, Wind Down with Janet Kramer. And when Tori was asked if she wanted to have new implants done, the Beverly Hills 90210 actor would say she did, before noting, "See, no one told me when I got that done. In 10 years, you would have to get them redone." Beforehand, in 2019, Tori did address all the rumors around her changed appearance when she told people, "The one thing that stuck with me forever was the plastic surgery thing. I literally had my nose done and my chest done. That's it. I'm constantly reading that I've done more." While the star has been under speculation for more procedures since she was at the age of 19, it seems like most celebrities can shake the rumors, but Tori's plastic surgery rumors have stuck with her throughout her entire career. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Reed Ewing. Reed Ewing once opened up about how he had a nightmare of a time struggling with body dysmorphia and the resulting horrors he faced when he attempted to use plastic surgery to fix it. When the actor, who is best known for playing Dylan on Modern Family, penned an essay for the Huffington Post, he would give shocking details about how he had a pretty difficult time in his life dealing with body dysmorphic disorder. So if you don't know what body dysmorphic disorder is, it's a mental illness in which a person obsesses over the way he or she looks, thinking about their real or perceived flaws for hours each day. And for Reed, he spent years analyzing every single feature, to the point he had to make his first appointment to meet with a cosmetic surgeon when he was only 19 years old. Though he describes the doctor as being curt and uninterested in his worries, nevertheless, he decided to undergo the surgery to get a large cheek implant. After getting the surgery done, Reed would face more problems, as he had to hide his face from the public to hide his disordered appearance post-surgery. It also didn't help when he woke up from the surgery, all the doctor and his staff could do was laugh at the actor's appearance. Coming in number 10, we have Lea Michele. Back in December, Lea Michele started to go trending on Twitter after the internet started to troll her for her new chiseled facial appearance. When the funny girl actress posted a selfie comparing herself to Lucia, the beautiful working girl on The White Lotus, the internet was then quick to notice her resemblance to another trending character, which is a girl who has undergone buccal fat removal. The cosmetic procedure involved surgically removing fat between the cheekbones and the jawbones via incisions inside the mouth to highlight one's facial bone structure. While people have been doing the surgery for decades, it's currently all the rage with young celebrities and people on TikTok. It takes a normal looking girl and makes them look almost skeletal, which is pretty damaging to a younger person's image. While the surgery isn't everybody's cup of tea, I still don't understand why Hollywood girlies aren't trying to get rid of it and why they keep opting to do it, and it kinda made Lea Michele look more scary than her Rachel Berry days on Glee. Number 9, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian has been pretty open about her physical transformation, and unlike her other sisters, she claimed that she has undergone plastic surgery more than once in her life. While the reality TV star isn't too outspoken when it comes to her past procedures, she has opened up once before about the reason behind her choice to undergo the night. In a reunion episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe revealed that she opted for a few cosmetic alterations by saying, "For me, everyone says, oh my gosh, she had a third face transplant, but I've had one nose job." Aside from her nose job, the Good American founder has also revealed she has done injections, but not really Botox because she responded horribly Botox. Khloe, like Kylie, has also gotten so much filler done at one point. She even went back 3 times to get it dissolved, but it still feels like the effects are still there. But for a while, the star did look a little scary with all that filler. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming in number 8, we have Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley was a legendary beauty, but when she underwent plastic surgery in the past, it left her with some unfortunate side effects. It would force her to come out and claim that she unknowingly had industrial low-grade silicone injected into her face by a doctor who wasn't even licensed to practice medicine in the United States. Priscilla was one of many victims who fell into the hands of Dr. Daniel Sarah Noes in 2008, a rep of the actress would share that an investigation which uncovered his misconduct ultimately led to his imprisonment. Miss Presley dealt with this matter years ago, and eventually everything is now well. Serrano, who was not licensed to practice medicine, would find himself being deported back to Argentina after serving 18 months in federal prison, after some of his injections caused lumps, paralysis, and holes in his client's face. But the work he did to Priscilla definitely had her wishing that she never underwent the surgery, and she never even tried to have it repaired as she was kind of scared it would do more harm than good. Number 7. Janice Dickinson. It's clear that Hollywood's obsession with plastic surgery is starting to get really scary. And if you look what happened to Janice Dickinson after she made an attempt to keep her youthful appearance, people would even start to confuse her with Caitlyn Jenner. After she had a botched procedure done, even according to celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Yoon, Janice had every plastic surgery procedure there is. And that's not really hard to believe, as once the stunning model now looks like she is pure plastic. And I've seen her undergo some treatments on reality TV. Dr. Yoon would then jokingly add, "I believe she's undergone pretty much every facial plastic surgery there is, including a facelift, eye lift, lip injections, Botox, fat injections, a brow lift, and she's probably single-handedly paid for her plastic surgeon's house." Despite Janice going under the knife numerous times, Yoon said, while Janice doesn't look a whole lot like herself, she's holding up pretty well, and she's had quite a bit of help. In 2014, Janice would even admit when she was 32, or in the Jurassic era, that's when she had her first procedure done, and it included work to her chest, a tummy tuck, facelift, and Botox. At number 6, we have Linda Evangelista. The OG supermodel hasn't been seen in public for a while now, and in September 23rd, 2021, she would explain why. Linda revealed that she underwent cool sculpting, which she claims left her looking unrecognizable, as it allegedly caused her fat cells in her face to multiply, and she would say, "To my followers who have wondered why I have not been working while my peers' careers have been thriving, the reason is that I was brutally disfigured by a procedure which did the opposite of what it promised." She then went on to talk about the procedure's rare but serious side effects, and she said, "Not only did it destroy my livelihood, but it sent me into a cycle of depression, profound sadness, and lowest depths of self-loathing. In the process, I have become reclusive, and I'm so tired of living this way. I would like to walk out my door with my head held high despite not looking like myself any longer." However, if you look at photos from Linda from 2005 to now, before her procedure disfigured her famous face, the girl was stunning. And if you were looking to get plastic surgery done in the future, let this be a warning and just a reminder that you're beautiful just the way you look.
Number 5. Selena Gomez. Russo! Selena Gomez made her Disney debut starring as Alex Russo on the hit sitcom Wizards of Waverly Place, a show centered around a family of wizards operating a deli in New York City. I've never actually said that out loud. That is a really weird plot, but it exists. And we love it. Anyway, following the success of that show, Selena has gone on to have a pretty stellar musical career, with her song Love You Like a Love Song hitting the top of the 100 Billboards list and sticking to it for quite some time. And not to mention, hitting the top 100 Billboard list and getting stuck in my head for the rest of my life. Selena is one of those celebrities who you most certainly will not recognize on the streets. When Selena has made public appearances in recent history, she's always shown up in a beautiful gown and she's had her makeup good to go. But seeing a side-by-side comparison shows that Gomez actually looks very different in her street clothes. Sometimes her makeup gives her a puffy face and she looks like she has a layer of something on her cheeks to keep them plump. When natural and makeup free, her cheeks are more defined and her natural skin tone brings out the contours of her face. I guess there's no magic needed for Ms. Gomez. Number 4. Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo rose to stardom in the early 2000s after a successful launch of her music career with songs like Love Don't Cost a Thing and On the Floor, as well as several movie appearances alongside many Hollywood giants like the late great Robin Williams in Jack, Ice Cube in Anaconda, and so many more. Before I even think one negative thing about this woman's appearance, I just want to to clarify that J-Lo is 53 and none of us are worthy. Seriously, we can all only pray to look this good when we are in our 50s. But she definitely looks different after the makeup comes off, right? With makeup, the actress looks great. Instead of bright and vibrant like many others on our list, hers is more focused on aiming towards smoky eyes and giving her cheeks a more defined look. When the makeup is off, however, Jennifer looks 30, flirty, and thriving. Seriously, at 53 years old, this woman looks like she is in her last year of university and has looked like that for the last 30 years. We should have casted her in 21 Jump Street alongside Shakira. Now that would have been a good movie. Sure, once in a while she's had some rough days. I mean, hey, I've been having a rough day for like 3 months, obviously, but she somehow still finds a way to pull off that sleepy-eyed look. Good job, J-Lo. Number 3, Ariana Grande. Here's a quick age test for you guys. When you hear Ariana Grande, do you remember her more from her Nickelodeon days or more from her time dominating the music scene? Personally, I was 100% a Nickelodeon kid, which would explain a lot. On stage and screen, Ariana is usually caked in a fair amount of makeup. Her lips are always looking lavish and her hair is usually put up in like a ponytail bun type thing. I don't know fashion. But when she gets off stage and wipes it off, she basically travels back in time. Several photos of her without makeup show that underneath that makeup cake, she still looks the exact same as she did in the Nickelodeon days. If she was walking in the streets, you'd have childhood flashbacks and revert to throwing slime on each other. Like seriously, what was with Nickelodeon throwing slime on people? It's just gross. Ariana is known to be a bit eccentric, so maybe one day she'll literally like time travel and collab with her past self. Now that would be a solid Netflix movie. Number 2, Tyra Banks. Easy, breezy, beautiful, cover girl. For those who don't know, Tyra Banks is a supermodel and TV personality, known best as the face of the cosmetics company CoverGirl, as well as the very popular and horribly organized clothing store Victoria's Secret. You may, however, know her best from her time as a reality TV host on the show America's Next Top Model, a modeling competition series in which women would compete in various beauty-themed challenges for a chance to be crowned America's Next Top Model and to have your career launched. There is no better person to have judged this competition. Tyra's stage presence is astounding, and she's always looking flawless for the cameras. When she hopped on the no makeup train, fans were very quick to notice her alter ego was different than her onstage persona. In her chill time, Tyra wakes up with Tim Burton eyes, but she quickly eases into a more cozy look. She's always wearing comfortable sweaters and sweatsuits, so hey, Nike, throw a sponsorship her way and something tells me she'll say yes. And at number 1, RuPaul. I'd like to start off by saying if you are in the drag community, you have all of my respect. You have massive cojones, keep slaying it. RuPaul's Drag Race quickly became one of the most popular reality show competitions in the world after its premiere in February of 2009. The show documents RuPaul in search of America's next top drag star. Ru plays the role of host, mentor, and head judge of the series, as every week contestants are given different challenges. While many drag stars are known for their incredibly extravagant looks, it's Paul himself that takes the spot on this list, as the most unrecognizable celebrity when the makeup comes off. On screen, Paul is big and bright, usually boasting a puffy hairdo and having an on-point sense of style. But outside of that, Paul looks more like a politician, usually seen in horn-rimmed glasses and a suit, always very stylish and ready to work. But unfortunately, my childlike brain looks at Paul and is reminded of a certain character from the film Master of Disguise who wasn't turtly enough to be in the Turtle Club. But straight up, everyone that was on this list is absolutely stunning and none of us are worthy enough to be in their presence. It just turns out that makeup does make a difference. Number 10, Mia Jovovich. The action star best known for her role as Alice in the much debated Resident Evil series is arguably one of the most gorgeous zombie slayers of all time. First stunning audiences with her beauty in the film The Fifth Element as Lilu, who it turns out, spoiler alert, is the Fifth Element. Mind blown. The image of a bright orange-haired alien beauty has been burned into the memory of anyone who has seen that movie, which is why it's quite jarring to see her on the street nowadays. A photo was recently captured by paparazzi showing Mia with a punk rock buzz cut and cut jean shorts. Now while this may just be a temporary hairstyle, this is far from the Mia that we're used to seeing on screen. I mean, look at that. It looks like she saw someone mowing their lawn and was like, hey, could you take a little off the top, please? We hope that as time goes on, Mia will regress back into her Lilu days. Lilu. Number 9, Zac Efron. The former Disney Channel star has been considered a Hollywood hottie for most of his career, starring in many films like Neighbors, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and even trying his hand at more serious roles with movies like Charlie St. Cloud and Gold. While Zach was aging gracefully for the most part, many fans started speculating that he may have received some kind of facial reconstructive surgery following an appearance on Bill Nye's Earth Day musical on Facebook, where fans claimed that he looked like he had just been stung by a bee or something. Well, after a year of speculation, it turned out that there was some truth to that theory. You see, he hadn't undergone surgery. In fact, the actor's facial differences were due to a jaw injury he had sustained in 2013. Zach broke his jaw and had to have his mouth wired shut after he was running through his house with socks on, slipped, and went face first into a granite fountain. Hey man, we've all been there. Apparently, he had been undergoing physical therapy for the incident for quite some time, but had recently stopped going, which caused his face to kind of puff up. This doesn't help the situation, however, as Efron was recently spotted on set for a new biographical film called The Iron Claw, in which he plays the titular wrestler. For this role, Efron bulked up significantly, now making the rest of him look like he was stung by a hornet, and is sporting a haircut reminiscent of Friar Tuck in Robin Hood. Hopefully the movie will be so good that it's worth that bowl cut. Number 8. Madonna. Madonna has surely gotten stuck in your head before, with classic radio hits like Material Girls and Crazy for You still being played at dance clubs worldwide. Now, what may have also gotten stuck in your head was just how gorgeous this woman once was. In the 80s, Madonna was well known for her stylish duds and big blonde hair, at times almost channeling Marilyn Monroe's energy. It was unfortunate then that Madonna felt the need to fall into the world of plastic surgery and injections as she got older. Photo comparisons from the 80s to now showcase these major changes, with her forehead appearing to be pushed out as well as her cheeks and her lips being filled with enough Botox to give her the appearance of someone wearing a silicone mask of Madonna over their own face. We can only imagine what she may have looked like if she had not gone the surgery, but would she still be a material girl, or would that material be moth-ridden and covered in coffee stains? Who knows? Number 7. Macaulay Culkin. Culkin broke our hearts when he made his first on-screen appearance as Little Thomas in the movie My Girl, and he continued to entertain us over the next few years, being a part of blockbuster hits like the Home Alone franchise and Richie Rich. His career seemed to be on an upward climb, ensuring that he would have work well into his adult years, but it turns out that life had other plans for Macaulay. Between the years of 2003 to 2019, Culkin had remained fairly reserved in the Hollywood eye, only appearing in a few low-budget passion projects or straight-to-video films. It may have been because the once young and fresh Culkin was now in his early 20s and he was not playing by the rules. A mugshot of Culkin made headlines in 2004 when he was arrested for possessions of a controlled substance without a prescription, following a routine inspection of his vehicle. Rumors of Culkin's substance issues arose as the actor was later seen appearing frail and as if he hadn't eaten in weeks. Many people were concerned for Culkin's health, but he later revealed in an interview in 2021 that he'd finally gotten a hold of his issues and he was on track to recovery and looking much better. Right on, Lil Mac. Number 6. Mickey Rourke. The big man, Mickey Rourke, has been a prolific actor for quite some time, making his major motion debut in the 1986 romantic drama 9.5 Weeks Later as John Gray, a Wall Street trader who falls for an art gallery assistant and escalates that situation very quickly. Back in the day, he was cast as the handsome leading man or heartthrob for the most part, but since receiving massive amounts of plastic surgery and lip fillers in the early 2000s, he looks more like a clay model of his former self, admitting in 2017 that his ever-changing face was due to botched surgeries conducted to mend his boxing scars. I don't know much about boxing and I no longer intend to. He's since appeared in such blockbuster hits like Iron Man 2 as the villain Whiplash and Sin City as a scarred-up trenchcoat wearing bad boy named Marv. So it's far from the soft-faced Mickey that your parents once probably had a poster of on their wall. I didn't. What? Stop talking. Next.
Number 5. Miley Cyrus. Over the last decade, Miley continues to confuse fans with her unrecognizable looks. When she appeared on Jimmy Fallon's show back in November, after a few photos were shared to Instagram, a few people were quick to point out that her teeth and the shape of her face looked different. While the star was stunning in her black leather outfit and blue shirt, she rocked a blonde wavy hairdo and left some of her dark brunette roots showing. While Miley was on the show to promote her NBC special Miley's New Year's Eve party, which she was co-hosting alongside her godmother Dolly Parton, fans would debate on whether the singer had undergone some cosmetic treatments or not. However, there were also a number of comments saying Miley looked like her mom, Tish Cyrus, and others have even compared her to Madonna. Also, did you see some of the videos circulating from Miley's New Year's Eve party? Because the star looked once again unrecognizable, sporting blonde hair with black underneath, and many of her outfits were just stunning. Honestly, Miley's become this blonde bombshell with tattoos, and her performance with Fletcher still has me believing it was all just a dream. I honestly like this new side of Miley, and I can't wait to see more. Number 4, Noah Cyrus. Honestly, I didn't even know Miley had a little sister until she started dating Lil Xan years ago, but it seems like now I barely even recognize her, as every time she posts a new photo on Instagram, she looks completely unrecognizable. While the star has been back in the room making some new music, her latest posts show her sporting a more daring look that I don't think many would try. Most fans have been questioning where her eyebrows have gone. Noah Cyrus is one of the latest celebrities to try out the new bleached eyebrow trend. While she said the trend definitely caused her some pain, she still seems to be doing it. In addition to her newly invisible eyebrows, she's also been sporting a really dark, spooky makeup look. And it's clear by removing her eyebrows, Noah isn't scared to explore extremes when it comes to accentuating her face. And while the star may think it's a good idea, it leaves me to ask when we might see this trend stop, because I'm tired of seeing celebrities constantly testing out this new brow method, and it leaves them looking a little scary to look at. And while fans have pointed out Noah's extraterrestrial look, she does look good, I'll admit that. Number 3, Alexa Ray Joel. Alexa Ray Joel is a singer and a pianist famously known for her performances at numerous charity events and New York City fashion events. Being the daughter of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Billy Joel and model Christy Brinkley, it was only natural that Alexa would be willing to try some daring looks. However, Alexa has been leaving fans stunned with her new look as she sparks some plastic surgery rumors. While in the past Alexa has admitted to getting a nose job, she continues to deny that she has gone under the knife again. Well, Alexa has come to deny all the rumors by saying it's absolutely hysterical that people are comparing her photos to when she was 13 to now. As we know, she would naturally look different, as it's called growing up. There's still something about her new look that remains to make her look like she is unrecognizable than she usually does, and it's clear that the star is doing something because she continues to change her looks drastically every year, and there's no denying that. But either way, there's nothing wrong with it, as she looks stunning. Number 2, Angus T. Jones. So more than 7 years after the stars of 2.5 Men signed off on their hit sitcom show, there have been new sightings of Angus T. Jones, and honestly, he looks completely unrecognizable. While the actor did famously play the youngest member of the trio, we did know he wasn't going to stay young forever, and he was going to grow up at some point. However, Angus' looks have changed so much that you might not even notice who he was if I didn't point it out. While lately Angus has been sporting a full beard covering his lower half of his face, he dresses casually in t-shirts, shorts, and beanie hats, and every now and then you can see the actor walking down the street in his bare feet. Fans have since been seeing a lot less of Jones since he stepped away from the show. That made him a household name. However, since he was 21 by the time he made an appearance on the 2015 finale after exiting the series after being publicly criticized, none of us thought Angus would change his look so much. While he definitely seems to be a simple man, it's kind of concerning that he thinks it's safe to walk around on the streets with no shoes on. With it being nearly years since we last spotted him in public, he's definitely one of those celebrities we didn't expect to change so fast. Coming in number 1 today, we have Lil Kim. So 47-year-old rapper Lil Kim has been a figure in the music industry for over 20 years, and she has served us a series of iconic looks both on and off the stage. However, lately it's clear that the star has undergone some big changes since she broke out in the scene in the mid-90s. The Grammy-winning rapper looks almost completely unrecognizable, while the star has been rocking a dramatically different hairstyle, skin tone, and face shape from the original Kim fans all know and love. Her evolution is kinda scary to watch. Now, we all know Kim has never been the one to steer clear of a bold look, as she's experimented with wigs, color contacts, and lip liner. She's pretty much known and celebrated for being a regular beauty daredevil, but her recent transformations have been a little too unsettling to watch. While plastic surgery rumors have been swirling around, it's clear that her skin has gotten noticeably fairer, her nose is pointier, her cheekbones are higher, and her hair is increasingly a lighter shade of blonde. While fans are definitely concerned as Kim has been changing her skin tone when she already looks stunning, It's kind of sad that the star even stated that the reason she's changed her look so much is because guys were cheating on her with European-looking women. So starting off our list today at number 10, we have Kim Kardashian. For years now, it seems like the Kardashian family has denied having any sort of procedures done, which is baffling because just having one look at the family, you can tell that they have definitely had a lot of work done to achieve their looks. While Kim has continued to go on and claim that she hasn't had any butt injections, she has claimed to getting cortisone shots to help her with her psoriasis. In 2022, during her cover interview with Allure, she would explain that she had a little bit of Botox done, and that's exactly what she's done to her face over the years. She then went on to deny any other procedures after she said she chilled on all the Botox lately. She then went on to claim that she's never had eyelash extensions and went on to say, "I've never done anything. I have a drop of mascara on today. I've never filled my cheeks. I've never filled my lips." But do we actually really believe her? Number 9. Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen has been pretty open about her plastic surgery when she first started to admit to her procedures back in 2017 when she told Refinery 29 that she had her armpit sucked out, and when her fat came back, she had to pay for liposuction again so she could feel more confident when she wore her dresses. Then in 2019, the star would take to her Instagram to post that she would be removing her chest implants as she wanted to be able to zip into a dress size that was actually her size. And then again in 2021, the star would take to her Instagram again to share that she had the fat removed from her cheeks when she said, "I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here, and since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results." Chrissy then went on to point to the area of her cheek where the procedure had been done before adding in her caption that she had no shame in her Dr. Diamond game. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming at number 8, we have Khloe Kardashian. I don't think any of us really thought Khloe would admit to some of the procedures she had done on her face, as we thought she was just going to conceal the truth about her work like the rest of the family seems to do. However, during an episode on Keeping Up with the Kardashian series finale reunion, the star would admit to her procedures when she said, "For me, everyone says, oh my gosh, she had her 3rd face transplant. But I've had one nose job and everyone gets so upset like, why don't I talk about it? No one's ever asked me." On her talk show Cocktails with Khloe, the star also admitted to having facial fillers dissolved when she said, "My face was so effed, I had to go and get this whole thing dissolved. It was a bummer and now I'm afraid to do it again. I'm also almost like I swear things are still in my face," which is honestly probably true, as once you alter your face, you can't go back to what you used to look like before. Number 7. Ashley Tisdale. Have you ever noticed that Ashley Tisdale's face altered around the time she was working on the hit show Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? Well, later on in Ashley's career, after the rumors started to circulate around the star altering her nose, she would admit that she did have a nose job done in 2007 to fix a deviated septum. When she told people, "I didn't do this because I believe in plastic surgery, I did this to help my health. I literally almost could not breathe out of my right nostril. I want my fans to know the truth. I'm not someone who is going to act like I have done nothing. I just want to be honest with my fans who are everything to me." And while Ashley did choose to admit that she had surgery done, she's not like most celebrities on this list today because she chose to have the cosmetic procedures done to help her health and not to improve her overall look. Number 6. Bella Hadid. In her 2022 Vogue cover story, Bella Hadid would share that she regretted having her nose altered when she was just 14 years old, when she said, "I wish I would have kept the nose of my ancestors. I think I would have grown into it." She also went on to add that her nose job was the only procedure she has ever gotten done, and she went on to say, "People think I fully effed my face because of one picture of me as a teenager looking puffy. I'm sure you don't look the same now as you did when you're 13, right? I've never used filler. Let's just put an end to that. I have no issue with it, but it's not for me." Instead, she went on to state that her lifted appearance is the result of an illusion when she said, "Whoever thinks I've gotten my eyes lifted or whatever, it's called face tape, the oldest trick in the book." However, while the star has admitted to her nose job, it's only a matter of time before she comes out to reveal that she also had buccal fat removal, as her cheeks are looking hella sculpted lately. Number 5. Raven Simone. Recently, Raven Simone has been wowing the public with her new slim figure, which has left her completely unrecognizable and when she hits the red carpet or uploads a new photo and videos to her social media accounts. Raven first rose to fame as a child actor, starring in The Cosby Show and then Disney's That's So Raven. Since Raven's last stint in the limelight, she lost 70 pounds, and many claim that she is nearly unrecognizable from her former curvy self. While Raven now rocks a new, very thin figure with sculpted legs, she said, "I thought I looked fabulous before, and nobody else did. So whatever. Actually, now I wear bigger clothes because I don't like the way people stare at me. I liked it before. Now, you're just looking at me for the wrong reasons. Before, you were actually looking at me for real reasons." Now, Raven has always stood by her curves and insisted that she was comfortable with her body. Raven's latest weight loss debut shows off a year of total transformations. However, while her body has changed, it sounds as though her healthy mindset has still remained, so there's nothing really to worry about when it comes to her weight loss and unrecognizable looks. And number 4, Tori Spelling. While Tori Spelling has been offering her fans an easy solution to get younger looking skin, they are countering with their own suggestions for the Hollywood star. She's completely unrecognizable entering into 2023. Well, the star took to her Instagram on December 20th to talk about a new treatment that was going to lift her skin. Alongside a video documenting the treatment process being done to her, Tori would write a caption that said, "Do you want younger looking skin? I'm so excited to try Softwave Med's non-invasive treatment to help not only lift my skin but also reduce fine lines and wrinkles." Tori's comments in the sections were then immediately flooded with a mix of those thanking her for introducing them to the procedure, while others started to shame her for encouraging such work after she appeared to be unrecognizable. With one fan saying, "Sister, you've had too much work done." Another user would say, "Stop doing stuff to your face," and a third would write, "Can we just talk about what's going on with your lips?" Despite her fans' opinions, Tori has actually always been pretty open to about what she's been doing to herself and how her looks have changed over time because of it. Number 3, Zach Galifianakis. Zach Galifianakis' performance in the Hangover trilogy as the bride's ditzy younger brother Alan will live on forever in our hearts, as that was Zach's first breakthrough role. Since then, he has starred in several hit films in Hollywood. However, when you think of him, think of his character Alan, chubby, with bushy hair and a long beard. You never in a million years imagined that he would be a hunk hiding underneath all that hair. Zach has not only removed his beard, shortened his hair, he's also lost a significant amount of weight, giving way for a new handsome man to take the spotlight for us now. Unlike most people on this list, it's almost impossible to imagine him playing Alan with a nice boy look. But I almost want to see the Hangover trilogy do it now, because it would definitely be a spicy film we would never forget. Luckily, Zach has managed to turn back the clock, and he's actually proved that he keeps getting better looking over time. And with a little effort, he seriously looks like he traveled back in time and had his younger self come to the future to continue to work for him. Which I know it sounds insane, but just take a look at his before and after photos and you'll completely understand what I'm trying to say. And number 2, Val Kilmer. Another celebrity from back in the day who did not age well is Val Kilmer. While Val definitely used to be a hunk in the 80s and 90s, if you ask any early millennial about him, they will tell you about how they fell in love with Val due to his good looks. But today, his name might not ring a bell for a lot of late millennials, because even if he kept on acting, his looks have faded away with time, which has made him become pretty less memorable entering into 2023, especially for younger women. It's very likely if you were out and about and you saw him walking down the street, you wouldn't even think that he used to be a Hollywood hunk that everyone wanted to date. Heck, you wouldn't even think that he was a really successful actor. Luckily for Val, Hollywood tends to be more forgiving when it comes to a man's age and looks more than it is when it comes to a woman, which is why he's still starring in several more films despite not having the same heartthrob looks as he used to before. However, we still have to mention that time has definitely not been so forgiving on the star, as he's completely unrecognizable, and that's why he made this list today. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Pamela Anderson. If you think you were fooled when I said Pamela Anderson, think again, because I definitely said her name. And now that you see her picture, you probably wouldn't even guess it was her if I didn't tell you. Now, we all remember Pamela from the hit TV series Baywatch, when she rocked that steamy red bathing suit like no one else. Now, she didn't exactly become famous because of her amazing acting abilities, but but mainly because of her stunning looks. Hollywood is the place where looks can get you a long way. Pamela had a pretty successful acting career, and she was also pictured in magazines for men. She also enjoyed living her life in the fast lane. While Pamela was a rock and roll chick and was famously married to Tommy Lee, the drummer of the rock band Motley Crue, whom she later divorced, could the rock life be responsible for stealing her look? While the actress is definitely not in her 20s anymore, we have seen plenty of actors and singers age wonderfully and retain their youthful features. In Pamela's case, however, she wasn't so lucky, as she's completely unrecognizable now.
Number 10. Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner has carved her own spot amongst her family history, being named one of the youngest billionaires ever by Forbes magazine, and her own line of successful beauty products. Both of those turned out to be lies, but I've already talked about that in another video. Jenner is always seen in public dolled up and dressed to the nines. With her celebrity status, more than likely comes a team of cosmetic artists and hairstylists standing by to make her look fabulous. Well, it would appear that despite rumors of her being one of the worst bosses of all time, famously not paying her cosmetics or garment workers on time and keeping them in horrible work conditions, she actually does give her beauty squad a day off. Jenner has been spotted not wearing makeup in public several times and is unrecognizable. Not even in a bad way though. She has a natural cute smile and big beautiful cheeks to go with it. Side-by-side comparisons show the night and day appearance. Unfortunately, much like anyone who has experienced the pains of wearing a lot of makeup for a long time, Jenner suffers from severe acne on her forehead and cheeks. Well, maybe one day they'll make a foundation that doesn't feel like you're putting paint on your face. Number 9. Katy Perry. California girls. They're undeniable, and so is the fact that Katy Perry looks hella different without her makeup. The pop singer, known for hits like Hot and Cold and California Girls, is known for her style and colorful onstage persona. Katy is regularly seen sprouting a bright, colorful hairdo and wearing outlandishly extravagant costumes during her shows. It's jarring to see her before the show, however. Without all those bright colors and clothes, Katy Perry kinda reminds me of my kindergarten teacher. Bonjour, Madame Soleil. That's right, I'm French. Deal with it. Her offstage persona seems to be a complete 180 of herself on stage. She's the kind of girl who wants to snuggle up on a couch, order in, and watch the newest original trash heap presented by Netflix. Photos of Perry with and without makeup also seem to showcase the emotional change that takes place during a show, as when Perry is home, she presents a more domestic and wholesome lifestyle, whereas when she's all zhuzhed up and ready to rock, she's got this smirk like she knows she's the queen and she's on her way to slay. Number 8. Adele. Hello, it's me. I was wondering if you've ever seen this side of Adele. Adele is famous for her incomparable voice, known to have incredible range and onstage presence. When many fans think of Adele, they think of her music or her stunning looks. For me, I think of the time she hosted Saturday Night Live and the entire cast did a sketch where everyone dressed like her and sang hello in a pile of leaves, but that's just my brain. After this video though, you may think of this image. When Adele is off stage and enjoying her time away from the lights and hairspray, she looks like she hasn't stopped crying in weeks. Her eyes often appear red and swollen when not wearing makeup. Now, this could be attributed to her being a mother and just, existing, but in this photo specifically, she looks so done with everything. Like, just give her an endless 5-minute break, please. Number 7. Lady Gaga. Rama mama ma, Gaga ooh la la. Lady Gaga has been a staple in the pop music world since the early 2000s, with her song Just Dance gradually climbing its way to the #1 spot on the Billboard's Hot 100 list. It stayed at number 1 on that list for a total of 49 weeks, and in 2023 it was certified 11 times platinum. She would continue to go on and write some of the greatest pop songs of all time, like Poker Face, Paparazzi, Bad Romance, and so many more. Over the years, Gaga has been a very easy person to spot in public due to her lavish lifestyle and her stunning looks. She's usually got her makeup done up, almost always in some colorful or unique way that just screams Gaga. It's strange to see her without the makeup, however, seemingly due to her eyebrows vanishing when she does. It kind of works for her, however. Lady Gaga is a larger-than-life superstar, but without the makeup, she looks more like the lead guitarist from a pretty solid punk band. At the Oscars this year, Gaga made an appearance and was noticeably bogged down in terms of style. She looked very comfortable on stage, wearing a plain black t-shirt and jeans, and it would appear that, hey, she found her eyebrows! Nice job! Number 6. Cardi B. Cardi B is an American rapper best known for her clever punchlines, aggressive flow, and she's got one heck of a shoe-throwing arm. Many times over the years, Cardi has appeared in many concerts and interviews, always looking her best, despite sometimes being at her worst. At a Fashion Show Week event in New York City, for instance, a few years ago, Cardi got into a fight with Nicki Minaj that ended up getting physical, but despite that, she looked incredible in her dress and her makeup was on point. It's hard to imagine Cardi without makeup, but thanks to her Instagram, that's easy peasy now. Recently, Cardi posted a series of images of herself with hashtag no makeup. While this was meant to be a move of empowerment, fans have already started chiming into the pics, saying Cardi looks like a mom that cannot get her kid to chill. Her eyes also appear smaller without so much makeup on, only adding to the cat-like features seen in this photo, causing many of us to ask the question, is that Catwoman?
Number 5. Mickey Rourke. Since the beginning of his career, Mickey Rourke has captured the news headlines every now and then, and one of the most talked about things about him is his face. Today, everyone knows Mickey to be an actor of repute who has starred in many successful movies over the years, but it is essential to understand that acting was not Mickey's first love, as he's a man who was in love with boxing and he eventually became a professional boxer. And he did pretty well because he was unbeaten in all his fights as he won and drew others. However, he endured a lot of injuries to his face, and some of these injuries were so severe that they threatened to ruin his good looks, so he opted to have cosmetic surgery to fix his face. However, the doctors he met to help him fix his face just ended up ruining it. His face today is now very different from what his fans had known it to be, and anytime he steps into the public, paparazzi just swarms his face. While the star has undergone different cosmetic surgeries to correct his face, it just keeps changing and it keeps renewing the public's interest. Number 4. Joan Rivers. Comedian Joan Rivers was famous for constantly changing her face. When the reality TV star passed away at the age of 81, her daughter Melissa would write a memoir, The Book of Joan, tales of mirth, mischief, and manipulation. As a tribute to her mother, in it Melissa would reveal that Joan had a staggering 348 cosmetic operations over her life and she was never happy with the way she looked, which fed into her sense of being less than. Joan Rivers' tragic passing was caused after she had complications following her surgery, after the comedian never recovered from a loss of oxygen to her brain during surgery. Her daughter would then be able to sue the clinic for malpractice. It would be noted that Joan went into the hospital after she scheduled an EGD. However, reports then showed another procedure, a nasolaryngoscopy, which was performed twice by an ENT doctor not privileged to perform that procedure at Yorkville, and Rivers was never informed or consented to that procedure. Number 3. Donatella Versace. Donatella Versace's designs for Versace may have sparked thousands of copycats, but there is no danger of a woman following suit when it comes to Donatella Versace's new look. 30 years ago, the fashion guru had naturally full lips and smooth skin, but today her face is striking for all the wrong reasons, as she has now turned herself into a real-life human waxwork doll after she overdid Botox and added too much filler to her cheeks and lips. Not to mention, the businesswoman has also had a facelift, and eyes and brow lift. And if you look at her face, you can tell that her eyelids are like a little droopy because she had some bad Botox, and that's why they look droopy. It's also been said that she looks like she may have had some filler added to her earlobes, as they looked very stretched. Dr. David Rappaport has also provided a timeline of Donatella's alleged procedures, where he would point out that it seems clear that the designer has had a facelift, as she has a scar that you can see on her temple areas, and she has a fine linear scar from it. He would also note that her hairline has been lifted too high and it shouldn't end that high above her ears, but this could also indicate that she's gone under the knife for more than one procedure. Number 2. Carrot Top. Comedian king of props Scott Carrot Top Thompson has had to deal with a lot of plastic surgery rumors and before and after surgery photos, but despite the hundreds of sources saying he underwent the knife to change his looks, the comedian says he hasn't had work done on him, but it's clearly just a lie. So Carrot Top is one of these most successful comedians from the late 90s and 2000s. Aside from comedy, one of the most talked about topics whenever Carrot Top is brought up is about his looks, and people start to debate state whether the star has had plastic surgery done or not. Although various sources have tried exploring his transformation to put an answer to the question, the comedian still continues to deny all the rumors that revolve around him undergoing the knife to change his looks. And to this day, the comedian still has to deal with plastic surgery rumors as the media has been swamped with before and after photos of the star. Many have even compared his transformation to plastic surgery disasters, and some professionals have even commented on it, such as Dr. Anthony Yoon, who pointed out that the comedian has definitely had laser treatments or chemical peels, and he even commented on Carrot Top's appearance by saying he looks more like a muscle-bound cartoon character. Number 1. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim is undoubtedly one of the brightest, most influential women in hip-hop, yet her legacy remains controversial for one reason or the other. It seems like the star is constantly being thrown in front of the media since the beginning of her career for her ever-changing face. In 2005, Kim would even go on a radio show to explain that she had broken her nose after getting into an altercation with her ex-boyfriend, and she had to get surgery done to fix her nose, and then she would go back to her boyfriend, get hurt again, and it would reel her into a tangle of insecurities and self-loathing. Kim was so tired of lying about her injuries and burying her bruises in makeup that she thought it would be better to get professional work done and wipe those physical markings away once and for all. And then after, she would get more surgeries done by her own choice as she was facing insecurities after her boyfriends kept cheating on her with European women with long hair. Coming at number 10, we have Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan has been looking pretty different in the new glamorous snaps that she's been sharing to her social media pages. While the 36-year-old has made a long-awaited return to showbiz with a new podcast, and she's even signed a deal with Netflix, her new photos have us all wondering, is this really Lindsay Lohan we're seeing? Lindsay first rose to fame as a child star in the hit Disney remakes like The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday, and she eventually landed roles in Herbie Fully Loaded and Mean Girls. Between 2007 and 2012, Lindsay was known to keep gossip magazines alive as she made headlines for a series of under the influence decisions. After a troubled few years, it seems like the star spent some time away from America to live in countries like Greece, and she's starting to make a comeback in film, which is actually pretty exciting to see. With Irish Wish dropping sometime this year, I think we can all agree her recent Christmas movie, Falling for Christmas, was a success. However, in the first shots, she looked completely unrecognizable. While Lindsay hasn't appeared in film for a while, with Irish Wish coming soon, it's a major sign that this could be the start of her return, and I'm honestly living for it. Number 9, Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez has been in the spotlight since her early childhood, and with it comes a natural evolution over the last couple of years. Don't get me wrong, the actor has always been stunning and multi-talented, and we watched her firmly step into who she is today. However, she isn't the same little girl we grew to know on the Disney hit series Wizard of Waverly Place. Gomez, who is known for her comforting charm and calming energy, has been stepping out of her comfort zone lately, and she looks nothing like the brunette self she used to be, as she's ditched the blonde hair and she's opted to go back to a more natural approach. Recently, Selena was spotted showing off her stunning figure when she was spending some time with some friends in Mexico. While the star was spotted wearing a white bandeau top and black bikini bottoms, fans are quick to point out that Selena has recently been rocking some stunning curves. While it was only natural we would see Selena grow into a total rocket, she's proved that with age, she's only becoming more stunning as time goes on. And even though she might not be as recognizable as she used to be, she's healthy and she's thriving, and that's all that matters. Hey my little peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming at number 8, we have Demi Lovato. So Demi Lovato looks completely unrecognizable compared to her days on the Disney Channel. While the star has been in recovery from an eating disorder after she shared this information last year, she accidentally lost a lot of weight when she got caught up following diet culture. With Demi's life being full of ups and downs over the last few years, the actress has managed to overcome traumatic experiences and has decided to start from scratch. However, her followers have been a little worried about her after she claimed she was abducted by aliens in 2021. Demi has set off alarms about her mental health, and she even has a huge black tarantula tattooed on her head. While the star has fluctuated with losing and gaining weight at high speeds, internet users have started to relate Demi's current situation as a possible emotional crisis. After leaving the mental health center, Demi has chosen to rock a shorter hairstyle, and she's even been photographed rocking gothic outfits, which are giving the media a lot to talk about, as social media users assured that she looks completely unrecognizable. Number 7. Britney Spears. Britney Spears fans for years have been left feeling distraught after learning what the star has had to face over the last decade, and when Ellen took to Instagram to show a stunning throwback clip of the pop star in December, fans were quick to point out that she looks completely unrecognizable today. Although the post was meant to be a sweet birthday tribute to Britney, fans couldn't help but reminisce on the icon's natural beauty before she faced her downward spiral. Seeing the Toxic Singer's 2003 appearance on Ellen's show also caused social media users to rethink Britney's current mental health status, as the singer they know is completely unrecognizable in comparison to the blonde babe that sat beside the famed talk show host when she was only 19 years old. The stunned admirers couldn't believe that the pureness Spears portrayed during her first appearance on the show, which aired 4 years before the 41-year-old infamously shaved her head. Even though the mother of two recently broke free from being under her father's hands for 13 years in an attempt to retake control of her life, fans have remained worried it isn't her behind the camera. And even if she is the same person physically, many social media users believe emotional damage might be too deep to repair. Seeing Britney's images now has made a lot of fans really sad, as her teeth now look different, she's lost her accent, and fans have even claimed that she just looks tired and sounds sad. Number 6. Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore has seriously been switching things up. While the star has always donned impressively styled outfits, she clearly has a distinct style she likes to stick to. Now lately it seems like Drew is definitely ramping things up, as she recently revealed a stunning transformation that even left her hair unrecognizable. It's clear that Drew definitely cleans up nice, and when she went under a full makeover on the Drew Barrymore show, her hairdresser, Chris Appleton, would post a picture of the final results, and it would show Drew rocking glowing makeup and hair extensions. So Drew looks so different thanks to Charlotte Tilbury and Chris, and fans were quick to race to the comment section to hype up how Drew looked. But they also pointed out for a few good seconds, it was really hard to tell it was her. Drew looks were pretty similar to a combination of Jennifer Lopez and the Kardashians. While Chris is a renowned celebrity hairstylist with clients that include Kim and J-Lo, and Charlotte Tilbury's celebrity list includes the Skims founder and Penelope Cruz, makes sense because Drew looked completely stunning. While Drew does look beautiful both ways, she always knows how to make heads turn when she enters a room with full makeup on.
Number 5. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer made his name a staple when he starred in the beloved classic fantasy film Willow as Mad Mardigan, a swordsman who spends the movie protecting the titular baby from evil forces. Personally, he made a staple in my head as being the Batman that beat up Jim Carrey, but we won't get into that. Over the years, Kilmer has aged gracefully, being the leading man type over and over again, seemingly casted because of his looks over his acting chops, which many consider to be stiff. Well, much like Mickey Rourke, Kilmer's roles began to shift from leading strong type to the dark and silent bad guy. I mean, just look at this headshot. He looks like an evil scientist trying to invite you into his mansion to show you his collection of animal skulls. Honestly, I think I'd watch that movie. Number 4. Cher. Ever since rising to fame in the 1960s, Cher has been absolutely slaying it in the world of pop music, rocking her own solo career and collaborating with several musicians over the years. Her style and voice will definitely not be a stranger to you, unless of course you've seen her lately. Now, don't get me wrong, she's absolutely stunning and has put in a lot of work to stay healthy and happy in her personal life, but over the years, Cher has been open about having numerous amounts of surgeries done, including lip fillers, receiving Botox in her cheeks, leaving her in a constant state of, really? Despite having negative experiences with her surgeries, reportedly even receiving a certain augmentation that went horribly wrong, she still continues to undergo the knife to this day. For all we know, she might be under right now. Whoa. Number 3. Celine Dion. Celine Dion is just one of many Canadian treasures that have been unleashed on this world. Growing up in Charlemagne, Quebec, Dion began performing at a very young age and quickly garnered international fame for her incredible voice and her larger-than-life performance style. With legendary hits like My Heart Will Go On from the film Titanic and the song Beauty and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, Celine is sure to have been rattling around in your head at least a few times over the years. Unfortunately, the once youthful and larger-than-life performer has not aged well over the years. While she has never received plastic surgery of any kind, you go girl, the latest photos show Celine appearing to be void of any body fat whatsoever, causing her to appear almost skeletal sometimes. We hope that this is simply a case of age ruling its ugly head and not something more serious. Good luck, Celine. Number 2. David Krumholtz. David's face may be familiar to many of you as Bernard the Elf from the Santa Claus franchise. David has been acting for quite some time though, making appearances over the years in shows like Freaks and Geeks and Mom. He's also familiar to many for his more raunchy performances, working in films like Harold and Kumar as well as several collaborations with Seth Rogen. In his youth, Krumholtz was often typecast as the young, squishy-faced good guy with a little bit of a bad boy streak. Unfortunately, as time went on, the actor appeared to be struggling with his weight, appearing to gain and lose it very rapidly. For example, in the HBO series The Deuce, David plays a character named Harvey Wasserman, who in season 1 weighed just over 300 pounds. But when he appeared in season 2's premiere, he weighed just barely 100 pounds. Now this constant back and forth shift cannot be healthy for anybody. As seen in recent photos, it looks like this back and forth is seriously starting to take a toll on the Deuce. Number 1. Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe is the Gladiator Maximus to many people, a role that he portrayed in the 2000 film Gladiator. It was a commanding and brutal performance from Crowe, astonishing crowds worldwide and creating a massive buzz for what this man might do next. In Gladiator, Crowe was tough and built like a brick house. As time went on, those bricks seemed to be turning into rubble, because Crowe began appearing more and more with what we can only describe as the daddest of bods, growing a big lumberjack beard and gut to go with it. This change was emphasized in Thor: Love and Thunder, released in 2022, when Crowe played the god Zeus, and instead of appearing as he does in lore as a massive, muscular lightning god, he just looks like someone's dad dressed up for a frat party that he was not invited to.